said I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25. Yard line.
Got it. Squeeze. And it's getting that hard. Ready.
On first down, Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 40 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
6'6", pull it high.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey, 22! Hey, Zoo!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Move. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Protein spill. Check 26, check 26.
Throwing again. Herbert. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Oh, nice move. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
General West. Mike 40. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 17.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run. Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Omaha, ready, move.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
250. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Nelson. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Switch it. Libra. Hey.
On 2nd down, Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Set, lady.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time...
And this is caught inside the 5. 36 yards on the play. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On second down, Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now from back at the 5, this is third and goal.
218, chop.
Back to throw. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some... Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman. 78 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
2nd and 2. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready up.
We're going 25 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Right up.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Kill, 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 kill. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
To throw on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Alert, flare. Alert.
Topper.
Mike. 40's Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Herbert flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
No. 61, matchbox lights.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
40 got.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Blue draw quarters. Check 15. 10.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it.
Set. 280. 32.
Check. Hey. Check 24.
Middle. Hey, orbit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is taken near the 13. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw on second down. Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, 250.
49's the money. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Stafford on third down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Omaha, ready to move.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Kill.
Omaha, ready to move.
Turn up. Watch twist. Watch.
Easy.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devontae Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go. 60 or.
It's going to be a long day.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Alert 3, alert 3.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Joey Bosa in on the stop. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
25's the mic. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
56 is the mic. Let's go one more.
On first down, it's Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Let's put them on the buses.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky. 6-6. Bullet high.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over. And
he's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 81 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second down, it's Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Hey, Echo. Ready, ready.
following the fumble recovery. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. It's Eckler again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Herbert steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman, 62 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
You're out. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.